So, what have you guys been watching this week? What's up?
Well, I've been keeping up with Castle Town Dandelion, which I super love, which I know everyone who watches this regularly will find really weird, right? But it's like one of those shows that I haven't heard. I know, right? But it's one of those shows that I don't feel personally that has gotten a lot of buzz, at least among the Anime Club members and just who I follow on Twitter and Facebook and stuff. But it's not at all what I expected. It's totally comedy. It's kind of dirty, but in this hilarious way.
Theme of the season.
Where the show for the most part stays on, topic, which is that you have this royal family, 9 kids. Also, props to that mom. Can't imagine having that many kids.
Nope.
And still looking that good. But 9 kids. The whole family has special powers, and the premise is that they're, all vying with each other in a good kind of good-natured kind of way for the throne, like who's going to be the next king. And so for the most part, it's this really warm, cute look at like family and the different personalities of the kids. But that's what makes it so awesome, where you're in the middle of the scene and they're just talking about like the school day or whatever, or it's like a comic gag or comedic gag, and like there's like a random just like lingering shot of someone's butt, and then it just keeps going. Or you'll hear someone in the background saying something about like a commentary on their preferences when it comes to breasts. Like it's just kind of like out of the blue, which I love that kind of random spontaneity.
It's just sort of sprinkled in.
Yeah, it's just super random.
It's just a little fan service, but
just a little bit, yeah.
Just the butts.
Just
the butts.
Just the butts.
Tina Belcher.
Well, that's what I think, though.
I love Tina. Tina's my spirit animal. No, I watched the first episode of Castle Town, and I did not expect it to go in that direction.
Right?
I was like, oh, this is cute, and I totally, I want to keep watching it. I was just catching up on a lot of shows this week. But I did not know it would get on the butt train. I did not realize.
Just a little bit. And it's typically Akane, which is who's the main character of the show.
The really shy one?
The shy one. And it's like a running gag, right? Where it's just, and what I love about it, it plays with that line between like kind of exploiting it and like being like super heavy-handed and just almost like flirting with it, right? Where, like I said, like you'll have the camera kind of linger for like a half second, and then it just like keeps going. It's like, I just wanted you to notice this. Just kidding.
So, just the only other thing that would make this perfect, like if Tina were directing this anime, would be zombies. But I mean,
yeah. See, that's why I love her so
Unicorn
much.
zombies.
Is zombies make everything tie it together perfectly.
Yeah.
But I like.
Yeah.
But see what I did there?
Oh.
God, punch me in the face.
Please just
No. HR would talk to me severely.
Yeah, don't actually punch me in the face. But I like where like the fan service shot is like so subtle where you're almost like, did I imagine the butt? Is it me? Like maybe I'm the pervert, right? I am just looking at butts.
Right?
I like that.
Where you have a scene, right? So, like, maybe it's a scene, like, where the camera angle's, like, down low because you're looking at a group of people. But, like, right off in the corner, like, you see someone with a skirt and you're like, wait, am I the problem or is the camera angle the problem?
Hey.
I'm not sure anymore.
That's
now you're just looking out for it, right? It's like, where is it? It's got to be in so.
Anime existential crisis.
And so for that reason, it doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah.
Like, I will say, I was also watching School Live this week, and sometimes there are, like, fan service moments in there that I actually am not, I'm like, why is this here?
Like,
why am I suddenly kind of like, why are we looking at her butt? Why is she in, like stockings and a garter?
Why is she
Just,
still
like,
wearing those?
Yeah.
Mikun,
who wears those in this day and
Mikun.
age?
She's cold?
it's like no, she was not wearing a whole lot else. So
I know.
like
it's just
weird.
weird.
It's the freaking apocalypse. Like you don't have to wear your garters anymore. Just put on something comfortable like cargo pants.
Sweats. I mean, come on, you're in a mall.
sweatpants.
Yeah, you're in a mall.
Honey,
Let's go.
Get some yoga pants.
Honey, like go shopping. Just be careful about it. So
really careful about it.
yeah. I like it when, because with that example of fan service, it was very much like, oh come on, like there's no reason for this. But it sounds like with Castletown, it's more like like a little up nod. Like,
Yeah.
there's the butt, and then you just keep going.
I like it, right? Where it's just like, hey, like and it almost feels like it's done tongue in cheek almost,
Yeah.
right? Like that's what I love about this whole show. So I think there's just a lot of things that, like last week we did a lot of complaining about tropes, right?
Yeah.
Specifically to the shoujo demographic kind of stuff. But I think in general, and I think you would all agree with me, is that I'm not personally against anything except maybe the horror genre because I'm just a big fat wimp. And that has nothing to do with that genre. It's not its fault. It's all me. Totally me. But most things are okay if they're done well, right? It's when they're done blatantly or just kind of in a way that doesn't fit. So like for School Live, like it's done like very like moe style. So the fan service doesn't quite jive for me because of that too, where it's like, okay, that's kind of awkward for me personally.
Yeah.
And I'm not judging anybody else, but just for me, it's like, that's weird. It's kind of random. I'm not sure why they're putting it in there. But Castle Town is such a tongue-in-cheek sort of show to begin with that when they do, it's kind of like, oh, I get the joke. Yeah, I'm totally on board. Cool.
Yes.
Keep it up. Don't do too much, though, because then I'll hate it. But every now and then, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm paying attention.
Yeah, so absolutely, if you haven't checked it out, let us know.
Yeah, let me
What you
know
think.
if
Yeah,
anybody
watch
else
it.
likes it,
Go watch
or I'm just like completely that person that goes opposite to the way the group's going.
I'm so happy you found an anime this season that you're totally on board with, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, I like gangsta too, guys.
That's true.
And if we ever get a chance to talk about it, I actually am liking School Live now.
Yes.
However, that's only because Yuki's not in it as much right now. I may change this opinion if she comes back full bore.